Yes.
Just to sum up the idea that you said, if I've understood correctly, like the pillars of
Can
culture.
everybody here? Please speak a little louder.
I just said just to make myself clear, what the 3 layers of culture are. I suppose they say for any particular analogy which you've given. So the whatever norms or behavior that we show in our day-to-day practical life. Say for example, in that particular incident where that particular devotee was not taken care for 40 days, or say was taken care nicely. So if someone takes it nicely, that's the behavior which you have, which you show up in the physical world.
Yes.
So behind this behavior, there is some value that devotee care is of prime importance.
Devotee care, or in that case, guest care. I mean, hospitality, reception. Yeah.
And behind that, the more subtle, the assumption or the philosophy is that love for devotees, care, service to devotees is more important than service to Krishna. Something like this.
Could be that, or could be that, again, what could be the idea? The idea is that, okay, we're already running the temple, and we're already worshipping the deity, and that's enough. If people who come are taken care or not, sometimes we hear the guests are actually the guests of Srimati Radharani. Obviously, that assumption was not very clear in that community, because otherwise you treat them with more honor or with more care. So, yeah. So here again, it's more like the relation. There are assumptions and philosophies that they account for the values, what's important. What's important shapes the strategies, what we do, and which accounts for behavior, norms, artifacts. And why there are these behaviors? Because we have these values. And why we have these values? Because we have these assumptions. So it's a very organic thing. It's very psychological. And because human beings are malleable, are flexible, we do change. We do change according to association. Why we speak always about sadhu sangha, satsanga, devotee association? Because devotees are saintly beings who are working on themselves and in the world to establish deeply Krishna consciousness in themselves and in the world. So by associating with them, by a process of association, almost by a process of spiritual or psychological osmosis, we acquire the same vision of the world. We acquire the same values. We acquire the same assumptions. That's why association is so important. It should be good association. Because if it's bad association, we acquire things, attitudes, moods which are not conducive to our growth. We are influenceable. It's a fact. We are influenceable. And influenceable means that we acquire this type of levels of culture just by whom we associate with. It's a practical thing. If you're in your temple, in your community, there's a strong culture of reading Prabhupada books. I don't know where you're coming from, so I'm not really talking in general. It's a strong culture. You will hear, let's have Bhakti Shastri, let's have Bhakti Vaibhav, let's have courses on nectar instruction, nectar devotion, let's have exams, right? In some temples, you never hear about those things. You say Bhakti Shastri? Bhakti Shastri, yes, it's a good idea. Maybe next life. Book distribution. In some temple, it's a vibrant gel. It's a gum that keeps almost the community together. We always hear book distribution. The scores are read to deities. There are marathons, sub-marathons, weekend book distribution things, right? And in some other temples, it's really not in the radar. It's just not in the screen, really. I went to a temple in Latin America. I don't want to tell you where, but in Latin America, I went to a temple. There was a Sunday program. There were many guests. I spoke with a guest. The guest said, I wanted to show some books, and we couldn't find any books. We couldn't find any books to give to the guests. Because, well, the boutique the boutique, they sell clothes, and they sell clothes, and they say, well, it's closed, it's too late. At 8 o'clock in the afternoon, in the evening, in the Sunday program, there are still many guests. Not because I have to go to home, it's what is this? Can I take this? It's about the next service. Hare Krishna.